Hi y'all, this is Larry at Deep South Texas. It's the last week in April and the garden is really producing. So, especially tomatoes and peppers, lots of those coming on. Let's take a look. These are the celebrity tomatoes, and I think so far this year they have done about the best, producing lots of nice large tomatoes. And we've been harvesting tomatoes, every day for the last 2 weeks. And here's some more celebrities over on this side. Pretty nice looking tomatoes. And here are the beefsteaks, and they have been doing well also. The plants themselves didn't grow very big this year, but there's an abundance of tomatoes. Again, we've been harvesting these for the last couple weeks. And in these barrels I have Biltmore tomatoes. Again, they're looking good. I like these tomatoes, they're nice and big. And I've got one plant here of San Marzanos, and they're looking pretty nice. The plant's looking not so good at the moment, but I think most of my tomatoes are not looking so good. They're late in April. Here are some Cherokee purples here. They're doing well. And the Romas have been producing fairly well, but these first couple plants here are starting to look a little long in the tooth. We'll still harvest some more. And then we have bunches of grape tomatoes. The tomatoes are just starting to come on. Looks like about half of the ginger has come up. I don't know what's keeping the rest of it. I don't see any turmeric coming up yet. The horseradish is growing wild here. And the leeks, they're starting to look pretty good. They're starting to look pretty good. See some leek and potato soup coming in my future. So I selected my 3 banana plants for the year, but I have more pups coming up now, so I have to come in, get rid of those. They're just soaking up the water that these other banana plants will need. The jalapenos are doing great. They're a little bit hard to see on the camera, but there's bunches of them in here. Probably need to come out and pick some of those. I replanted cucumbers after the freeze because they didn't make it, and so they're about to where they were when they froze off a couple months ago. So behind the curve on those this year. And onions are starting to bulb up. Again, they don't look like they're going to be huge, but you know, they'll do just fine. And in this bed, the onions are looking much better, much bigger. We'll start harvesting these as we need them now. And here is my poor pineapple, at least 3 years old, frozen off at least 3 times. Finally decided to put on a pineapple. It's really small. but I think that's its last gasp before it kicks the bucket. And next to the pineapple, we got some big Jim peppers, kind of like Anaheim's, a little bit longer, a little bit thinner, but some of these are starting to turn red already. And we have some beautiful Anaheim peppers here. I really like these. I planted a few pole bean plants here in with my pepper plants, and they're just starting to put on beans. It seems like it's a little bit late in the year for these, but we'll see how they do. The artichoke plant is just huge, but it still hasn't put out any artichoke flowers yet. I think this is its third year as well. I'm not sure what to do with this plant. I think I'm going to have to move it someplace else. It's taking up a lot of space in the garden and not really producing anything. Though it looks nice. And the moringa tree in the garden is growing well. In another month, I think I'll be harvesting my moringa leaves for the year. My eggplants from last year didn't survive. I thought they were going to, but they didn't make it. So my wife went out and bought a couple new eggplants, and we got them in here, and they look really good. So looking forward to those. It'll be a while before we have any fruit from them. And the cilantro has gone to seed, so I assume that it's producing coriander seeds right now. And the bell pepper plant looks to be doing well. We've got some nice bell peppers off of that 3 or 4 weeks ago, but since then, not really anything. Today, at least, I see the start of one new bell pepper. That'll be nice. And the Sugar Rush peach pepper plants are doing well. Lots of peppers, and they are starting to ripen up. You can see there's a difference in color here. That's a ripe one, and that's one that's not ripe yet. You can eat them at any stage though, so that's not a problem. And we have some bush green beans in this part of the garden, and they've been flowering, and they're starting to put on little beans as well. Again, it seems a little bit late for beans, but we'll see how they do. In this bed, we planted sweet potato slips. All the slips look like they survived okay. Hopefully we'll get some nice sweet potatoes out of this bed this year. The navel orange tree has dropped a lot of fruit, but there's still fruit coming on here. Hopefully we'll get a nice batch of navel oranges this year as well. Milkweed plants are doing fine. We've had some monarchs out here on them, and we've had caterpillars, and I got one short video of a caterpillar turning into a chrysalis. Right now, we have a problem with aphids, and I need to get something out here and spray these. Over another part of the yard, the grapefruit tree. Lots of grapefruits coming on. And then we have orange trees over here as well. And a couple of these are just loaded with oranges this year. That's going to be great. I have to remind myself to keep these things watered. The little chicks have been moved from the brooder to this small chicken coop we have back here in the chicken run. I think these guys are only about 3 weeks old at this point. Probably a little soon to move, but they're doing fine. They don't seem to be cold at night or anything. They'll get used to seeing the bigger chickens. And hopefully integrate into the flock. In a couple weeks, we'll probably put up this sort of gate in the front of the coop to let the little chicks out during the day, and then they can go back in to eat, and those holes will let the little chicks come in and out, but keep the big chickens out. Otherwise, they come in and eat all the food. And it looks like the bigger chickens, a lot of them are out here resting in the shade this morning. Of course, they stay in this coop. And eventually the little chicks will get in there as well. We didn't make any attempt to sex these chicks, so there's a mix of hens and roosters in there. Obviously all we want are the hens. Maybe we'll keep a rooster, I don't know, but if we keep a rooster, one of these roosters has got to go. Anyway, that's the story back here. So we have 2 or 3 more weeks of great harvests of tomatoes to look forward to here at Deep South Texas. And the peppers, maybe a month, 5 or 6 weeks, and then they'll slow way down. The peppers will slow way down, and hopefully come back again in the fall and start producing again. So at some point, we'll probably have to come out and plant some cowpeas just so we'll have something growing in the garden in the heat of the summer. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it that thumbs up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.